So the CCTV at the Doubleday Hotel was working the whole time of the disappearance of Adriana and her subsequent being placed into that pool. Now, Dexter Todd did a press conference today, 11 a.m. Guyana time and 4 p.m. the UK time, which we streamed live. Some very important information came from that press conference. Now, first of all, Dexter Todd said that the police force have now said they've reopened the case all of a sudden, and it's always been active, even though when the independent guy from Canada came over, they said that it had been completely wrapped up, and that the investigator had found basically that Adriana was in the pool and it hadn't been searched properly. So he said today that as soon as he announced, obviously, that they had an investigative team over there looking into Adriana's case, the police force in Guyana had all of a sudden said, oh no, we're still actively working the case. And that means that any independent investigation that highlights things that the Guyana police force have not done can then be kind of explained away or excused by saying, no, we're still working the case, we just haven't done that yet. But the most important thing for me that came out was that the cameras at the Doubleday Hotel were working the whole time, which means there's been a lot of lies told by a lot of people here, including the Doubleday Hotel owner, who said at the scene that those cameras were not working, which obviously means that a crime happened, right? Because why would you say they weren't working if they were? Now, the police force was seen taking that evidence, the hard drive information from those cameras. Now, the amount of footage that they confiscated does not match up with the numbers that they are claiming to have at the police station, which obviously means that the key information, the key footage they would need to have is missing. That's what I took from the press conference. Other really quick points I want to give you from the press conference before I absolutely forget them, because there was so much going on. Dexter Todd said that he's querying how they got the sample of the water from the pool when no one saw them taking any water, and they didn't seem to take it till after the time of the autopsy, in which time the pool was already empty. He also said Dr. Terry had many queries about whether there was anything like jutting out of the pool, any kind of places on the pool that could have caused some of the marks, the markings on Adriana Young's body. He also said that he has spoken to lots of people who were there all day live streaming, people that witnessed what was going on, and that none of them have been asked for statements by the police, and he is having them independently with lawyers actually write out those statements to provide them. He has said that there is an investigative team working to kind of overlook CCTV and stuff to kind of figure out exactly who was where at what time. He said several of the persons of interest have not been interviewed or spoke to by police. And we knew this was all loads of corruption. Now, if you see my previous video, I talk about the most important parts of the case, which was that the CCTV was working the whole time. And I have said several times on live before that there's no way that they could have handled all those distractions and been able to keep tabs on where everybody was, so Brian, his friends, the family, everyone, and get her back in the pool without having fully functioning CCTV and people radioing to each other or on the phone consistently saying what was going on. And we saw them signalling to each other. We saw that Leroy signalled to the man who was upstairs on the top balcony with the kid, and then kind of everything was set in motion. We saw that at that point the guy with the red mask started throwing chairs into the pool. We know fires were set, everything was going on. The only way it could have worked, especially the way the drone scanned the tyre fire up and down, like kind of outside the hotel, scanned the pool, no one was in there, and then scanned back down the kind of like strip area, but something like Adriana was in the pool. There had to be cameras working to make all of that happen all around that time. And there must have been people there 100% who kind of seen what happened, and I'm hoping this is a big step forward for justice for Adriana Young.
So hi everyone, I was just going through social media and I saw this guy, Doubleday Hotel owner. It comes out and saying on TikTok, the platform, and he was on somebody live, I think Team Guyana, and he was saying that he lost $25 billion in net worth. And y'all listen to this, you know. This by don't make sense again. This by coming out here and he lying to people, right? For the people to have remorse on him, right? You have a $25 billion in net worth, right? And you don't have a proper security camera for when incident took place in the hotel that you could go and run back the footage. You are looking at your neighbor camera. Who are you talking to? Why? Yo, Doubleday Hotel owner, who are you talking to? Are you trying to fool Guyanese people? Well, let me let you know something straight, right? If you're fooling everybody, you're not gonna fool me, right? You can't tell me 1 and 1 is 3, pardon man, right? You can't tell me 1 plus 1 is 3. Is that what you're trying to tell people? $25 billion in net worth, and you have a proper camera. I live in a normal house. I don't have a hotel, a big international hotel, but I still have camera footage. If anything have to take place, I will go to my camera and get the footage and see what took place. The camera is there for that. You putting people to come seeing that your camera, you are servicing camera. Who service camera? When the camera finish, as I said in the previous video, you replace it, boss. You don't service camera. It's not a vehicle, right? Now, you was on the live, I think, a few weeks ago, the same team, Guyana, and you said that the swimming instructors check the low side of the pool, but they didn't check the deep side. That's a lie again. You can't get a swimming instructor. So the first time when you talk, when you come on Team Guyana live, that you check the shallow side, they didn't check the deep side. But now you come with a different story, that the pool was checked, you had a swimming instructor there, nobody was not in the pool. You also said that your neighbor, you're a big magnet hotel owner, the hotel incident again. You get a big international hotel. The neighbor camera, you said that the girl went in a vehicle. Where's the footage of the vehicle? And that assistance commander, right? He gave a wrong number plate number attached to the vehicle, and that person number plate where he gave, the person was not around in that area. So y'all was trying, if the girl was not in that pool, somebody should be wrongful blamed and get locked up for you crime what you did. For you crime what you did. So now you're saying that the girl leave. Your story is not adding up because you're reading off a script there. You're reading off a computer or something you have in front of you. Reading it. Reading whatever you're seeing. Because you pause, you read a bit, and then you make sure that you call the word correct. You slow up, you read. I know when you're reading, buddy. You're reading off of some computer or something there. So the girl wasn't there. So how the next morning, the body found in that pool? Why when the family went early, since 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so much hours, then you let them into the hotel after 12 a.m. in the night. So why didn't you let them go at the set time when they come and they know that they lost the child and the child was in that hotel? Why didn't you let them check at the set time? The father, you prevent him, and you preventing the family till after 12. Then when the people fight up a little bit, then they take you to the station to make sure that you're in the lockup, right? So the person that born you hotel is nobody born you, nobody was protesting there. Didn't born you hotel. You gotta ask Smith. So don't come with a fake crying, trying like people drive some remorse for you. Ask Smith when he came out of the room how the hotel burned, because smoke started off from the room when he came out, and the hotel was burned by Smith. He was there coming out of the room. His pants was wet till halfway of his foot, like just below his knee. His pants was wet, right? This story is still heated up. I tell you to stay off of social media, right? This is not the way to do things. We are all human beings. We all have to die. We all have to face the consequence of the Almighty. In the court of God, He would not take any bribe. You can bribe all the system that you want, bro. All of we get to death. All of we get to go back in the court of the Almighty. Right? Don't feel that I'm a big man or I'm a minister or whoever you think you are. You got money. You're killing people. You committed crime. You bribed the whole system. But in the court of God, my brother, I is a Muslim, you see. In the court of God, you don't bribe any system there. Everything that you do has been recorded in this life. Everything that you do has been recorded. Right? Do you think Hitler killed 6 million Jews? Do you think if the government or the police them hold him at that time and cut out his hand and cut out his foot or even kill him, would that be equivalent to the 6 million Jews were Hitler killed? No, you will say that's unjust. But there was a court of God where everybody's case will be justified. We are here for a reason. That is why He said to us that wherever we have, it don't belongs to we. It don't belongs to we. You just go and sit down in the toilet, right? And you see what is coming out of you. So don't come and talk stupid things here, shit for people to understand what you're trying to say. You are done wrong. Sadiq, as I said again, and we as the Guyanese people, we got to stand out for these things to stop in our country. People that committed minor offense has been locked up. And the person who committed big crime, criminal is out there trying to defend himself on social media, trying to compromise with people. You trying to compromise. You're a guilty chabai. I'm telling you, your face alone, you're reading after a script there. You're reading after something that people write and give you to read and talk. Whoever draw mercy for you, partner, whoever draw mercy for you, right? They will feel the penalty. It's just time. Time will tell. Everything is in God's hand. Right? Just time. Just time. Everything is in God's hand. I will not justify this case because you were saying that the hotel don't have camera. That police who was there in the brown clothes, he was given wrong information for the family to go look for the little girl. So everything was a setup, but you has been exposed. You has been exposed. You don't know how to shield yourself at this time. So you want to come out and show people with your fakeness that you have some remorse in your heart about the little girl?